Hello and welcome. This is episode 8 of my NFL preview show. I'm picking the winner of the AFC South for the upcoming season. I'm predicting Houston Texans will win the division. I'm going to tell you why I think they're going to win and why I'm not going to pick the Jags, Colts, or Titans. All stars are aligning for Houston Texans and all roads point to Houston Texans for this upcoming season. CJ Stroud, quarterback of the Houston Texans, is entering year 4 of his NFL career. The Texans already picked up the 5th-year option for his rookie contract, so he's locked in with Houston this upcoming season and the one after that. But if he has a good year this upcoming season, he can demand for one of those big quarterback contract signings, extensions that all the star quarterbacks have. There's no reason why he can't, people always say, replicate his rookie year. He can have an even better year than his rookie season right now. This team is that good and that in place. Even last year, they say he had a down year, but he still had a lot of yards and touchdowns. The offensive line has improved. They got David Montgomery at running back, which I think will be better than Joe Mixon. David will get some goal line touchdowns and make some plays. Receiving core, I look for them to be better. The defense, I don't think is going to have a drop-off. If anything, they'll be just as good. With defensive-minded head coach DeMeco Ryans, they were number 1 in yards per game allowed last season and number 2 in points per game allowed last season. They got those 2 ferocious, top-notch edges in Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. Will Anderson Jr. could be defensive player of the year. It's rare to have 2 edge pass rushing beasts like that. Their secondary is even better. They had Lassiter and Stingley, and now they're adding Blankenship, who won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. This team's got the pieces, man. The only thing that was stopping me from picking them, but I didn't do it, is that their schedule is the hardest of the group. I think they'll be competitive and win some difficult battles. I thought they were going to sign Terrion Arnold, is what I thought. And I thought he was on the team. I was like, not old dog. But then it turned out they didn't sign him. I wouldn't want to play with him. I'm just going to take the Texans, man. I guess Jaguars could win it too. I was also considering them, but what are the chances they replicate the success that they had last year? That was Trevor Lawrence's best season by far, in terms of that was the most wins he ever had as a starter. I don't think they got better. They lost their running back, Etienne. Apparently his name is Achan now. He went to the Saints. The guy that they put in there, too, and who's been there, I don't think he is as good as a running back. The defense lost Lloyd, their linebacker. For them to have that strong of a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense that they did last year, all the stars have to align. It feels like a long shot to me for them to have that same kind of success. I still think they can win the division, but I'm favoring Houston with that really stout, strong defense. And CJ playing for the contract. Nico Collins is there. They don't have a better receiver than Nico Collins. And quarterbacks, their rankings, them being in the top 10, changes from year to year. So why can't CJ be in the top 10 this year and Trevor fall out a little after having that amazing of a season last year? Things are always fluid and up and down in the NFL. It's never the same guys besides Allen and Mahomes and Burrow and Jackson and Hurts maybe. Not even Hurts. Stroud can be in there. Prescott has been up there and Lawrence has been there, and it's, Goff has had bad seasons and good seasons. It's always different quarterbacks, and Stroud's playing for the contract. This Texans team is ferocious. They're monsters. They can do this thing. I'm not considering Colts. They didn't get better on defense, I don't think. And they were in the bottom third, so even if Jones and Taylor and those guys on offense replicate that success that they had last year in the beginning of the season before those injuries, I don't think it'll be enough to win the division. They lost Pittman, their number one receiver from last year. And again, for them to replicate that same kind of success is a long shot. If Taylor has a down year, if Jones, they're saying he's not going to be the same after his injury, I don't know. He might be the same or better, but what if he's not? It's a long shot for me. Texans, Jags, both better than the Colts. And the Titans, the odds-on favorite to win the division by the bookies is Texans. It's another reason to pick them. And the least favorite is the Titans. I can't make an argument for the Titans. It's kind of hard to make an argument against them. Cam Ward's in the second year of his career in the NFL as quarterback. His rookie year wasn't that bad, but they were like a bottom of the cellar team. So for them to jump to first is even more of a long shot to me than Colts or Jags. It's like the same team. They might be better, but not considering them. They're quite the underdogs, and it's almost an impossibility for them to win the division. It is the NFL. Anything can happen. But the Houston Texans are the juggernauts. I'm taking them to win the division. And that's my show for this time. Thank you so much for watching.